Hi Eric, this is Rebecca with your Assignment 1 Travel Poster Critique. So this is such a great concept. I really love it. I love all the motion we have going on. This is some really nice composition. And I just really love the idea, and it makes me think of you and your girlfriend riding your bikes through Scotland, which I have a feeling this is a picture of that, maybe. I don't know. Anywho, so really great way to step out of the box and show us a different side of Scotland, like you originally intended. You did a great job staying within the 7-color limit. I know it's not easy, and I'm sorry you had to recount it so many times. I totally know. I've done it myself. And I think that this is some really nice color composition, the balance of the black over here and in the mountain and then in your rider, and also down in the font below. The blue sky is really nice, bouncing off of the color of the bike and the beanie and the sweater. So great work just with your thinking about where to put all these colors. The only areas for improvement that I can see is I feel like your image just kind of falls off. I think that continuing a border around the font and making the font a little bit smaller will just kind of enclose the piece and make it feel more finished, as well as we don't need all these strokes everywhere, all these yellow strokes. So if you wanted to break up the trees in the background, I would recommend just adding like a yellow highlight here and there, looking at where your light source is coming from, like how you added the snow up here. That kind of a similar idea, just like maybe, putting a little highlight in yellow on the top of the trees to kind of break up, some areas there instead of using a full yellow stroke. And as well as, in the shrubbery and stuff down here, we just don't need all these yellow strokes. We just don't need them. They're not necessary. I don't recognize this font. It doesn't seem like it's one of the fonts from the font list. If it is, let me know, but I don't recognize it. So, and also adding the yellow font to it, it just, because of how the font is built, this font wasn't made for a stroke, basically. It just doesn't need it either. It makes it a little bit harder to read, especially the yellow against the white background. So if you wanted, to bring more attention to it, I would recommend making the font blue and pulling that blue down here. And then you could duplicate the font layer and lay it behind it and make that background font a black, so it acts as like a fake drop shadow. That would be something that you could consider. Instead of defaulting to a stroke, think about something like that instead. It'll make it feel a little more three-dimensional and stuff. So other than that, I really love where you're going with this, and like I said, I think that the motion is really great. Oh, there's just one more thing. I noticed that this wheel is black all the way through, and I'm not sure if that was intentional. No big deal, really. It's just me being nitpicky. But keep up the great work and all these great original concepts. I just love them. Great job.